Hello everyone and welcome to Rollinish. I'm Matt, and in this video we're looking at Xanathar's Guide to Everything, which is a supplemental book that came out shortly after the 2014 Player's Handbook to offer additional features and additional subclasses for each of the classes. If you haven't done so already, check out our class playlist. There you're going to find an Intro to video for all the classes outlining what you get levels 1 through 20. In addition, you're going to find videos that break down what you get for each class's subclasses as they appear in the 2014 Player's Handbook. Today, in Xanathar's Guide to Everything, there is one additional option for subclasses for the wizard, and that is the War Magic Arcane Tradition. At second level, you get to choose your subclass for wizard, or the Arcane Tradition, and these are typically aligned to the schools of magic. So choosing a War Magic Arcane Tradition is like taking a combination of the Evocation and Abjuration schools and putting them into one subclass. This is going to allow your wizard to use their magic for both a weapon and for defense. This is why they're often called the War Mages. Their goal is to seize a tactical advantage in combat. They are known to be fast thinkers in battle, and they like tactical control of certain situations. Their spells attacks are going to hit very hard, while their defense skills tend to foil attempts for a counterattack from their opponents. So this is going to be a very good way for you to focus on evocation spells that could target crowds, like Fireball. Now, you can use Fireball with any Arcane Tradition. If you're going to choose the Evoker Arcane Tradition, learning new evocation spells will cost you less money and less time for them to learn in your downtime. But choosing a War Mage is going to allow you to do similar things with the Evocation and Abjuration schools of magic. So, what do you get? You get features at two features right at second level when you choose this subclass, and then new features at 6th, 10th, and 14th levels. Starting with Arcane Deflection. When you are hit by an attack or you fail a saving throw, you can use your reaction to gain a +2 bonus to your AC against the attack, or a +4 bonus to the saving throw that you failed, potentially turning that failure into a success, perhaps going from full damage to half damage, or perhaps even none. When you use this feature, you can't cast spells other than cantrips until the end of your next turn, because it's going to take your focus for your energy in order to use this reaction like your action. But it's not taking your action. It's taking away your ability to spell cast with your action because of your reaction here. Okay, so the second feature you get is called Tactical Wit. This is going to allow you to act quickly in battle. You give yourself a bonus to your initiative rolls equal to your intelligence modifier. That's great because us wizards, intelligence modifier is our highest ability score. So this should give us a fairly decent bonus. We're talking +3, +4, maybe even a +5 to that. So the fact that I, as a War Mage, can go higher in the initiative order, it allows me to set the table for the rest of my teammates behind me, and maybe wound our enemy before they even have a chance to take their turn. So that's good. At 6th level, you get a feature called Power Surge. You can store a number of power surges equal to your intelligence modifier. Whenever you finish a long rest, your number of power surges resets to 1. Whenever you successfully end a spell with a dispel magic or counter spell, you gain 1 power surge as you steal magic from the spell you foiled. If you end a short rest with no power surges, you gain 1. So what does that do? Once per turn, when you deal damage to a creature or object with a wizard spell, you can spend one of those power surges to deal extra force damage to that target. The extra damage equals half your wizard level. Okay, so if I'm a level 10 wizard, I get 5 force damage by using one of the surges. So I like this because what happens to a spell that I dispel magic? What happens to a spell that I counterspell? It just goes away, right? This is a way of taking that spell, the energy from that spell, and harnessing it as you counter it, and then turning it into force damage whenever you deal an attack. I like that thought process. I think it's great. I don't think it's overpowered at all, because even if you're a level 20 wizard, you're only talking about 10 extra damage. You get this at 6th level, so we're talking about 3 damage when you start using your power surges. But I will take every point of damage that you're going to give to me. But I think that logically that explains a lot, and it helps explain away those spells that you dispel or counterspell, while giving you a little bit of extra something in return. I like it. I am a wizard main after all. Durable magic. Beginning at 10th level, the magic you channel helps ward off harm. While you maintain concentration on a spell, you have a +2 bonus to AC and all saving throws. I love this feature so much because you're a squishy wizard who can't wear armor. Any little bit of help I can get with my AC, I'm going to use. And guess what? It's going to make me focus and choose my spells that I prepare. It's going to make me really choose them judiciously because I want that bonus. And if I want that bonus, I need to concentrate. So I might be someone who takes maybe 50, 60% of the spells that I prepare and tie in some concentration spells so I can use them, but gain the benefit of using them with this +2 bonus to AC and saving throws. Now, that might sound like a crazy idea, but if I'm focusing on abjuration and evocation spells, a lot of them are not concentration. So maybe I intermix some concentration spells to make me versatile and make this feature more applicable to my character. Think about that. You get this benefit while you maintain concentration. So if you have no concentration spells prepared, this isn't doing you anything. And this is a great feature to have. +2 to AC and saving throws. You might want to reconsider what spells you're preparing so you can take advantage of this great feature. Okay, Deflecting Shroud. At 14th level, you get this. When you use your Arcane Deflection feature, you cause magical energy to arc from you. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within 60 feet of you take force damage equal to half your wizard level. So just by having this Arcane Deflection, right? When you're hit by an attack or fail a saving throw, you can use reaction to gain +2 to your AC or +4 to that saving throw. It's taking that and saying, when you use this, you can choose up to 3 creatures within 60 feet of you and just make them take force damage up to half your wizard level. Well, half my wizard level at 14th level when I get this feature is 7. So anytime I use that reaction, okay, for my Arcane Deflection, 3 creatures I see within 60 feet are taking force damage. Just cuz. I mean, this is why I love stuff like this, because if I'm going to be in a combat-heavy campaign setting, maybe it's Dragonlance, maybe it's Vecna Eve of Ruin, maybe it's, you know, Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden, things that like are pretty combat-heavy, man, I might be so tempted to pick War Mage. All right, so that's what you get with War Mage. That is going to be the end of our series on Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Up next, we're going to take a look at even more options that are available to us from another supplemental book that came out after the 2014 Player's Handbook, and that's Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. There's even more options available, and we're going to take a look at those, all leading up to the new features that'll be available in the 2014 Player's Handbook. But until then, keep rolling those dice, and we'll see you at the table.